Why did Virginia secede from the Union?
Why did Virginia secede from the Union? Actually, you might want to ask this question. Why did Virginia divorce itself from the Union? Sometimes the word secede is just a little too nice. This was total separation, total divorce, complete separation from the United States of America, the United States of America. We now were the divided states of America in 1861, and Virginia chose to go with the divided states rather than to remain united. Very ironic considering all the effort of the founding fathers to unite us as one nation. And now here we are separating 80 years later into two nations. It's really interesting with Washington and Madison and Monroe and Jefferson, all these great Virginians, the founding fathers, that Americans, both North and South, completely revered. To have the state, the mother state, the home state of Virginia, the leader in the unification of the country during the Revolution and the post-Revolution period, to find itself leaving the country that it helped create. It was literally a divorce. It did not come easily. It was a very, very difficult thing for Virginia to do. Virginia was not a hothead state. It wasn't the first to secede. South Carolina had left the Union in 1860, only a few weeks after Lincoln's election. Here we are now in April. So we've got January, February, March, now mid-April. 3.5, 4 months almost have passed. And Virginia still is part of the United States. Virginia really was very uncomfortable about going with the South. It was a slave state. It was the largest of the slaveholding states. But it was very, very uncertain about the future of the Confederacy, and it was also uncertain about the future of a divided nation. After all, Virginia helped create the United States in response to the Articles of Confederation, which was really what the new Confederacy amounted to in many respects. And so this question of secession, this question of leaving the Union, carving itself away from the Union, was not taken lightly. And in fact, when Virginia had voted on secession in previous months, it had voted it down. The state had a special secession convention. Delegates from each one of the counties went to the secession convention representing the attitudes and perspectives of the local folks back home. And time and again, the vote was against secession. What changed it all? Why did they finally decide to cast their votes in favor of departure from the United States? Well, it really was war. It was the outbreak of war. When Fort Sumter was fired upon by South Carolinians and President Lincoln requested that all those states that still remained in the United States contribute troops to squash the rebellion in the southern states. That was too much. Virginians said, oh, wait a minute. We can't go fight against our brothers in the South. We can argue against them. We can certainly disagree with them and their perspective on the new Confederacy, but we can't have Virginians wearing United States Army uniforms and launching invasions into the South. And with that, the argument shifted. It changed. And on April the 17th of 1861, the Virginia Secession Convention secretly voted to leave the United States. And hence, a new Confederacy was born with the grandest and oldest state, now the leader, the captain of the ship.